Reporting live from IB Club in Atlanta for Fight Plug News, I'm John O.B. What was supposed to be a celebratory night for Kevin Hart has now turned into online backlash, with some viewers accusing him of being a sellout. And right now, Kevin Hart probably isn't laughing much about it. As many people saw, Hart recently became the latest celebrity to receive a Netflix roast, where comedians, friends, and fellow entertainers took turns joking about his career, personal life, and public image throughout the special event. Even Katt Williams, who has had a long-running feud with Hart over the years, made an appearance. Now, for people unfamiliar with roasting, it's a style of comedy built around making jokes about the person being honored. The humor can touch on appearance, personal stories, career moments, relationships, and sometimes even sensitive subjects involving family members or past events. Throughout the roast, several comedians pushed the limits with dark humor aimed at both themselves and others. At one point, Pete Davidson's father, who died during 9/11, became part of a joke. Kevin Hart's late mother and Cheryl Underwood's late husband were also referenced during the night. Modern celebrity roasts have increasingly become a test of how far comedians are willing to go for a reaction. But for many viewers watching online, that's exactly where the issue started. Some people believe comedy should still have boundaries, especially when the material involves race, trauma, or real-life injustice. During the roast, comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, who's already known for controversial humor, made a joke involving the late George Floyd while roasting Kevin Hart. Hinchcliffe said, "The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us, laughing so hard that he can't breathe." In a wide shot shown during the event, Hart could be seen laughing along on stage, and that moment quickly became the center of criticism online. For context, George Floyd died in 2020 during an arrest after being accused of using a counterfeit $20 bill. Video footage captured an officer kneeling on Floyd's neck for several minutes while Floyd repeatedly said he could not breathe before later dying. The incident sparked worldwide protests and renewed conversations about policing and racial injustice. Because of that history, many people felt the joke crossed a line. Critics online argued that seeing Hart laugh at a joke referencing Floyd's final words felt insensitive, especially given the seriousness of the case and what it represented to many people. That reaction is why some users on social media are now accusing Kevin Hart of being a sellout.
Tell us a long time ago about Kevin Hart. Everybody just wanted to laugh, they didn't want to listen. And y'all see how he was the only one at that roast who was roasting the fuck out of him to his face, calling him he's a whole jigaboo, a bootlicker. That man took every role that Katt Williams turned down. Why? Because he's tired of comedians making black men look bad. Stop accepting these roles just for a little bit of coin. But see, it shows y'all true character, that most of y'all can be bought.
Can someone tell me what was funny about that white man getting up on that stage talking about some George Floyd is looking up at us right now? Laughing so hard that he can't breathe?
Ari Spears, J. Anthony Brown, and a plethora of other black comedians are under the comments on Black Women's Post talking about it's just a roast because some black women felt like the anti-black jokes at Kevin Hart's roast were inappropriate, especially right now with all of this congressional redistricting and all of this racism going on. Racist jokes are not funny to the rest of us, but they're always going to be funny to a bunch of... It's always going to be funny to niggas that need, some of them people's money like that enough to let them play in their face like that.
Here's my take on the backlash from the roast. I respect people who are sensitive. I don't respect the hypocrites, and that's the vast majority. That's what pisses people off. That's what comedians are fighting against. It's the hypocrisies. Everything be funny, is ha-ha, kiki, until it's your group or somebody you like or something you care about, then it ain't funny no more. Nah, that's whack. That's whack as hell. Either be offended by all of it, which is fine, then maybe you probably shouldn't watch roast if you're one of those people. Probably shouldn't go to comedy shows if you're one of those people. Or you gotta let all of it ride. But what y'all like to do is pick and choose which things you want to be mad at, and that's whack.
It's one thing to roast the people that's there. It's one thing to roast the people that may be in the audience there. Roasting somebody that, number one, is dead. Number two, that's not there. Number three, that the implications of why you shouldn't joke about that. Like Tony Hinchcliffe joke about George Floyd didn't make fucking sense to me. It was no reason to bring George Floyd into this. You know, it just was disgusting.
One user online wrote that Kevin Hart represents the kind of person Harriet Tubman would have left behind. Others argued that Hart has spent years building a comedic image around exaggerated stereotypes that some audiences find entertaining, while benefiting financially from that persona. Because of that, some critics said they were not shocked to see him laughing during jokes they viewed as disrespectful. Another part of the backlash centers around the idea that certain comedians use roasts as a way to make racial jokes and then dismiss the criticism by saying it was just comedy. That debate has once again sparked conversations online about where people believe the line should be drawn. What made Hart's reaction stand out even more to some viewers is the fact that back in 2020, he publicly shared emotional videos expressing how deeply upset he was over George Floyd's death.
His death is another pure display of hatred, racism at the highest level. And after it's over, the thing that can almost at least correct is immediate reaction of consequences. And instead we wait. We wait. As a system, you're flawed. You're not only flawed, you're wrong on every level. And the only way to make anything better is to fucking fix a broken system. Immediate consequences. That man needs to be thrown in jail for life. Not in weeks, now. If you were on hand and you didn't stop that senseless murder from happening, you get time too. That's what a law should say. So every cop now has a severe consequence to their actions. Hold people accountable.
Fast forward to the fallout from the controversial joke, and George Floyd's family has made it clear that they were not pleased with either Tony Hinchcliffe or Kevin Hart over the moment. Members of the family reportedly said they are focused on helping rebuild and strengthen their community, and they questioned why comedy involving painful subjects like that continues to happen publicly. According to reports from TMZ, the family also felt Kevin Hart should have spoken up and made it clear that George Floyd's death was not something that should have been turned into a joke during the roast. Then, on Monday morning, following the event, Kevin Hart posted a video reflecting on the night and responding to some of the reactions surrounding the special. In the clip, Hart praised the roast overall and even thanked Tony Hinchcliffe, saying he understood the assignment when it came to the style of comedy expected during the event.
Tony Hinchcliffe understood the assignment, relentless as he always is, but funny. Like, you can't have emotions. You gotta understand what the assignment is, man. Everybody came out there and did their thing. It's not what a roast is about. Leave the emotions and the feelings at the front door. People are coming in and they're looking for the shock factor. They're looking for the crazy reaction about the hard-hitting joke. Let them fly. It's all in the efforts of being funny. It's that simple.